Hey guys, welcome back to Triple L Rustic Designs. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, thanks for your support and welcome back. Today we're going to do a build video. A lot of you guys request build videos. Sometimes they take multiple days to accomplish and finish, so that's why it's kind of tough for us to always do them. But it is super hot outside and we have a project in mind that we've been wanting to do, so we thought today would be a perfect day to do this project inside our shop. So as you can see behind me, we have a ton of beautiful, gorgeous slabs. We have all different types of slabs. We have very big slabs all around the wall. And over here, we have slabs that would be great for like a dining room table or for a mantle, for shelving, anything that you can think of. And these slabs are gorgeous, but they're huge and they're gonna be a little bit too big for our project today. So if you follow me back over here, you'll see this little section over here where we have smaller slabs. We have some beautiful cookies. And I think this is the section I'm gonna stay in today, because today I'm gonna make Liam a little desk. He has like a kind of a table right now, but he's growing out of it. He's almost 2 years old, so he needs his very own desk. So because we want this to be a one-day project, I think I'm gonna stay away from the cookies. Those are gonna need epoxy, and that's just a multi-day process. So over here we have some really nice sized coffee table, end table sized slabs. We have some camphor and all sorts of various slabs in here. So I'm just gonna take a quick look to see what we got, and I feel like one of these might work out for my project today. So let's see. I wanna make sure nothing needs epoxy, so I don't want any holes or any crevices that I need to fill. Oh, this one actually might be perfect. Look at this. Oh, I think this is gonna be the perfect one. It's a nice, beautiful, solid piece of camphor. We'll just clean up these edges, and that's gonna be a perfect size. All right, this is the one. So I'm gonna bring this over to my workstation. And we'll get it up here. If you guys are new here, or maybe you haven't watched our channel in a while, you might notice something a little different. I am 6 months pregnant, so we are expecting another little baby boy in November. We are so excited, and I know Liam's gonna love having a little brother. And this table will be for the both of them. They can play at, they can color things, they can eat their dinners at, so really excited to have this for our little boys. First thing first with this table, being that it is for my 2-year-old son, I want to knock down any sharp edges in case he falls and bumps his head on the table. We want to make sure there's nothing sharp on here. So I'm going to use the jigsaw and curve any sharp corners, and then after that I'll sand down any sharp edges. So let me grab my glasses and my jigsaw. Oops, I broke it. That's interesting.
Start it before it's on the wood.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Perfect. All right, step 1 is done. All right, now I'm gonna use our SurfPrep sander to sand all the edges smooth and just touch up these rounded corners a little bit. All right, and just like that, all the edges on this side are nice and rounded and smooth. The SurfPrep sander makes easy work of that. I do want to note one thing though that I didn't mention before is that I really wanted to keep the integrity of the live edge look of this table. That's why I'm not going to square it off any more than it already is. So I love the live edge. I love the unique character of it. So I'm just going to sand it down enough but for it to still maintain that look. So now what I'm going to do is flip it over the other side. I'm going to sand those edges as well, and I'm going to sand the entire slab down or up to 220 grit. So once I finish sanding, then we'll move on to the next step, but let's sand. Now I'm going to start sanding the top and the bottom. And once that's sanded all the way up to 220, move on. All right, that finishes the sanding. So I started with 100 grit and ended with 220 grit. And I sanded both sides, so this is good to go. This is the camphor species, so it's a soft wood with hardwood properties, which means it's really easy to sand and really easy to work with, but it's still a nice solid slab. So that makes it one of my favorite species to work with and make projects with. It's also just a gorgeous, gorgeous wood. So now that our sanding process is complete, we're gonna move on to the next step, which is the legs. Now with the legs for the table, because I am a true woodworker, I am not going to build legs for this table. I'm going to use a prefabricated legs that we already had in the shop here. I'm going to use these X-style legs. It's going to save me some time because that's what true woodworking is all about. And I'm going to position these in a way that I can still fit a small chair on either side. So I'll probably do something like that. It's going to be cute. All right, so these legs, I want them about 18 inches apart on the table. So I'm gonna measure 18 inches here. Shift that over. Okay. And then I'm going to square the legs up to the table using this framing square. Okay. 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 Now that I have the legs right where I want them, I'm going to mark lines so I know where they go. Okay. Okay, so we flip the table over, put the tabletop on the legs just to kind of see what it would look like, and I like the way that looks. So on to the next step, which is putting the finish on the table. Before I apply finish to the underside of the table, I'm going to bring the legs back up here, and I'm going to mark where the holes are so I can drill pilot holes for the screws. Okay. For the bottom side of the table, I'm going to use this Atomic Oil by our friends over at Atomic Finishes. You're just going to get a little sponge and dip it in and start rubbing it on. This stuff is great. You can use this on really any sort of furniture, or they're great for cutting boards as well. All right, just finished that coat. You can see that this oil really makes the camphor colors pop, which I love that. I'm gonna let this dry for a couple minutes. We'll use a rag to wipe off the excess. I'll mount the legs, and then we can start on the top of the table. Beautiful. Man, that's gorgeous. All right, now let's mount our legs. Okay, I'm gonna get it in its position. All right, to mount these legs, I'm going to use these 1-inch pan head screws. This table is not very big or heavy, so these screws will be perfect for mounting the legs. Legs are secured. Now we can put finish on the top side of the table. Now I need to apply the finish to the top of the table. Because we have a 2-year-old that loves to color on anything, we're going to use a 2-part urethane finish on this. It's basically the clear coat you'd paint a car with. So I'm gonna put on my mask and we're gonna get to spraying. As you can see, that was pretty simple. Just sprayed my first coat. I'm gonna leave that to dry for about 15 minutes and I'll come back and spray my second coat. All right, that first coat is dry. Now it's time to spray our second coat. All right, I just finished the second coat. We'll leave that to dry for about 30 minutes. We'll come back, check on to see how it's going, and we'll see if it needs a third coat. If not, then we'll finish it up. All right guys, after that second coat dried, we decided we think the table is perfect and we're gonna leave it as it is. I'm sure once we get it home, Liam is gonna color all over it and he's going to love this. But just a quick breakdown of the process to make this table. We took one of our camphor slabs here that we cut, dried, and flattened here at our shop. I sanded it using our SurfPrep sander from 100 grit to 220 grit. I applied Atomic Finishes oil to the bottom of the slab. I secured the legs on, and then I used a 2-part clear coat finish on the top. This is super cool. I'm super glad we did this, and I think it's gonna be a great addition to the home. If you guys are local to the Plant City area and you're looking to do a project, please come by our shops. As you saw at the beginning of the video, we have plenty of slabs here for all types of projects. But I want to hear from you guys. In the comment section below this video, let me know what you think about how the table turned out, and would you do anything differently? So make sure you let me know about that. I love to hear from you guys. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe for all of our future videos, make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified when our videos come out, and share these videos with your friends. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Look at it. Look. Wow. Here, stand over here. Come over here. Look at it. This is your table. Look. What do you think? It's perfect. Look at it. What do you think of the table, Liam? He's supposed to play with his letters and numbers? No. Okay. Good job. All right, there we go. What do you think of this? Look. The legs. Isn't it cool?